I'll go get the bucket. We entered Florida's rainy season. We realized our house was riddled with leaks.
We had multiple leaks throughout the house.
We really have to wrap this project up and make the house livable so that we can move in as soon as possible.
I just skimmed that on a few days ago. And we had a bunch of rain last night, and there's still obviously moisture coming into the wall.
Are we gonna have to rebuild this whole house?
Even though we got a new roof back in October, over the course of the next few months, we were still battling leaks. Let's take a look back.
So we did find that there is still a leak. You can see here on the floor how wet everything is. All of this is wet. Look at the water in here. See, look.
Oh my gosh.
You see it dripping?
It's dripping out.
Last night it was just running right down this wall. It goes right down in this corner. This is all wet. It goes all the way down to the basement floor.
As the months went by, the Florida rain was relentless, and we kept searching for the source of all these leaks.
I have no idea where that one's coming from.
We tore deeper and deeper into the walls, trying to find the multiple sources of where this water was coming from.
Yep, there's water in there.
Even though our contractor was working on the issue and the roofer had been back to our house multiple times, the water just kept coming in.
We need bigger buckets. Day after the storm, and we're checking to see how much water we collected.
Almost every room in the house, upstairs and downstairs, had some kind of leak. We were getting really worried because the walls and the wood floors kept getting soaked.
Stopping these leaks became the priority, which meant we had to stop work everywhere else in the house.
The wall's soaking wet.
The whole floor is wet. Look, that stool is like sitting in a puddle of water.
This is all wet. Look how wet that spot is right there.
The storms kept coming every day, and with every new storm, more water was coming into the house.
It's coming out of the floor. What's right above us?
The roof. The flat roof that we just had re-roofed.
We had the roofer come out again, and on his second trip out, he caulked around the scuppers and sealed around a few shingles that might have been letting water in. Confident in the new repairs, the contractor went ahead and installed the drywall.
After a couple days of storms, we stopped by the house to check things out.
Gonna check the basement.
So this is nice and dry.
Sweet.
After 2 days of rain.
Because you did the cement outside?
Yeah. You want to see it?
Yeah, let's go check it out.
There was a gap between the wall and the ground that I filled in with concrete. And the next step is to build a French drain.
Guess it's doing its job. Good job.
I still want to try and level it out so it doesn't pool.
Yeah.
Get it to drain that way.
Mm-hmm.
Well, this is the main concern. This has always been our main concern right here. And you know, it's closed up now, so we won't know until damage is done.
Yeah, our contractor was convinced that the house was dry.
That's dry, which is pretty amazing.
Yeah, that's good.
That looks dry.
Phew.
But maybe we can assume the other part's dry too.
Well, I guess we're just gonna assume this is dry until it falls into the house, right?
Yeah.
A minute later, we heard that dreaded sound. Drip, drip, drip.
I bet it's dripping. I can hear it dripping somewhere in here, and I think it's running to this corner. I might even have to take this whole piece off. Not what I had planned, again.
Adventures in home renovation. We need another ladder. Probably for the rest of our lives. Yes, because we're gonna be working on this this house for the next 50 years.
Yeah.
Oh, without 2 ladders, how are we actually going to take this thing down? But just smash into the floor.
We'll see.
Just not sure what's going to happen here.
Oh, actually, yeah, if you come around the side there, yeah, get it from the side there. Might want to move the ladder.
It's all wet.
Is there a screw still in there?
No, it's stuck. It's like dripping out of the screw holes. We're about to pull this drywall down and you can see it's wet right there. What you can see right there, a drop of water. So obviously this needs to come down. We're about to pull it down. We're not exactly sure how much water is up there, but we can hear it dripping.
Or screws there.
Oh, that's heavy.
There it comes. Okay, I got it. Like hold it, hug it, push up.
Kick the thing out.
Yeah. Okay, you ready? Now let it drop. There it is.
Okay.
Hold it up here, you can see the drip pattern right here.
Okay, I see now.
So that's where it was dripping. I see that furring strip is wet. Oh, I see the drip right there on that 2x6. Did you see it just fall? Right above my phone. It's gonna drop in a second. But that's where it's coming from.
So I'll grab the wood.
Yeah, I'm gonna lift this up. You grab the wood.
Got it?
Okay.
I'll go get the bucket.
That dripping is just water dripping on the roof. It's not dripping in here anywhere. Let's see if I can see the other side of that. Make sure that is just a smudge up there on the ceiling, not.
Not a water spot.
Yeah,
Can you see the top of that?
sort of.
Yeah, there's water right here.
I thought that was. I bumped it with my head.
Yeah. It's not above that. It's like, it's right there. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, that's super wet. Get up here and look at this. You can see the water glistening. Look.
Yeah, I know, and they were telling me, oh, I mean, some of the shine is just the back of the top of the paper.
No, but I touched it. It's wet.
Yeah, I can see the drop.
Mm-hmm.
They need to redo this roof.
Yeah.
So the roofers came out a third time, this time focusing on the drain that was leaking in the dining room. After months of chasing down every little leak, we finally thought the house was dry and it was time to move on to the next step of the renovation. The drywall was reinstalled and all the seams were mudded over, so it was time to start priming.
We had a 3-step process to prepare the walls for the final paint. First, we had to prime all the walls and the ceilings, and then we were going to skim coat the walls to take care of all of the rough texture and any remaining cracks and imperfections, and then we would need to sand the walls and finally prime them again.
With our timeline pushed back, we were feeling that urgency to move in, and we were getting really excited as things were coming together.
Yeah, we came up with a plan that would allow us to move into part of the house before we had finished our entire renovation. Because this is an older house, it has smaller rooms and most of them have doors. So the idea was to create a little downstairs apartment separating us from the rest of the renovation.
So the floor plan of this little apartment idea would be the dining room, the kitchen, the half bath, and the laundry room. We'd still have to shower outside. Just kidding. We were going to have to finish the shower upstairs.
The best part of this plan is that with the doors closed, we could bring the pets with us and not worry about them during the renovation. Up until this point in our renovation, we had to focus our attention wherever we needed it in the house. Problems kept popping up everywhere. But now that we had most of the big issues taken care of, we were able to start focusing on these 4 rooms downstairs plus the upstairs bathroom.
Here we're skim coating the dining room. We had a good system going where Kristin would roll the mud on with the heavy nap roller, and then I would come behind and try and skim them smooth.
We almost have this room completely skimmed, and in the process of skimming, as I was rolling the wall, a chunk of plaster came off. So I'm gonna climb up and see what the damage is. Ooh. I don't know. It doesn't seem bad. Maybe it was just a weird pocket or bubble. You want to climb up here and see?
Yeah, that's a relief.
I know. I thought that this whole thing was just gonna fall off when I started poking.
I mean, that kind of is the way things go. Like with the closet, it was just one little thing. Yeah, it looks pretty good. We'll just fill it with a little plaster.
Phew. That is a relief.
After we finished sanding, we went back in and touched up any little spots that needed it.
It's time to prime. As soon as we can get this roller off, because it's stuck. It's not gonna go. Careful. I'll hit it with a hammer. That fixes everything. Fix this house.
Whoa, this looks really good.
It does.
I really wish you all could see how smooth this looks in person. It looks pretty good.
All that hard work of skimming actually feels like it's starting to pay off with how smooth these walls are.
I seriously can't get over how good this looks. We're finally seeing our freshly primed walls in the dining room for the first time in daylight, and they look really, really good. So as long as the ceiling doesn't cave in on us, this room's almost done.
Next time on Cicada & Co.
It just got worse.
Oh no.